Hi everybody, Mary here from A Recreated Life, and today is our very first baby step day, our Flylady Babystep day. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so the very first day baby step is to clean your sink. That's the very last thing you want to do at the end of the day. So I waited until this evening. I just finished my dinner, and before it gets dark, I wanted to film my video. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. She has very specific steps on how to clean your sink. And let me just say to you guys first, you know, she's going to give us these very specific tips, but if it doesn't work for you, try another way. You'll see what I mean when I get going. So just to let you know, you guys, the whole idea behind the baby steps is to establish small routines first and then work up to bigger ones. That's what we're doing here. That's the goal behind the whole thing. And I caution you guys, please don't jump ahead and think, oh well, this isn't much today. I'm gonna tackle all these things at once because it's exciting and your house may be really a mess and you want to hurry up and get started. Please don't do that. I watched many YouTube videos on other people who have done this, you know, the baby steps, and done YouTube videos on it. And there was one woman that I saw that did it, and she said, I decided I was going to do all this baby steps in one day. And she said, I did it like 10 times. So she kept, it was too much. It's overwhelming. The whole idea behind this is to just do a little every day and add to it. Because when you do that, it's doable. If you try to do it all at once, it's not doable. So please follow along and don't jump ahead, okay? Okay, so our goal here is to, I'm reading on my tablet on her website, what to do. And by the way, I'm going to link her website down below. So establish small routines first and then work up to more. Don't try to do full-blown routines on the first day. It's just too much. Consistency too. Make sure you do this every day. Consistency is the key. Consistency is a key in a lot of different things. Like, you know, if you're studying, if you're a college student or a high school student, you know, and if you're an athlete and practicing, consistency is really a key in a lot of different things. We have to take our time with our routines, she says. They do not happen overnight. Our house didn't get to be a mess overnight, so we're not going to clean it up overnight. So be patient with yourselves, guys. And take your time and enjoy the process. You know, really try to, don't feel too pressured to do everything, okay? So our first baby step is to clean the sink. Now I'm clicking on her site. She has a very specific way she cleans. Already I can see that one thing is going to be an issue for me. She talks in here about take all the dishes out of the sink. Well, I don't have a dishwasher in my apartment, so I always usually have dishes in my sink. So I'm trying to think ahead and think, well, how can I do this? How can I make this work for me? I usually let all my dishes pile up in the sink until the end of the day. Then I do dishes once, and then you know, my sink is clean for the night. And I might still do that, but what I'm thinking I might do is use this, let's see if I can get it in camera here. You've seen these. I mean, I think I got this one at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, and I'm not that impressed with it. The one at the Dollar Tree is kind of, yeah, not all that great. So I might spend a little bit more money and get a better one, but this might be what I'm going to use. So every time I have a meal, just wash the dishes out quickly with this, and then I won't have dishes in my sink ever. Because what she suggests is, she says take all the dishes out of the sink. And then she suggests that throughout the day, every time you use a sink, you wipe it out with a cloth. Well, I'm not going to do that if I've got dishes in my sink. So, you know, in order to make that work, that scrubby thing might work. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But for today, you know, I'm getting ready to do my dishes, so we'll do it that way. She says take all the dishes out of the sink, run some very hot water into the sink and fill it to the rim. If you have a two-sided sink, only do one side at a time. Then pour a cup of bleach into the hot water. Let it sit for an hour. Pull the plug with a pair of tongs. If you don't have tongs, then scoop some of the water out of the sink into the other sink and use your hand to pull the plug. Make sure you wear gloves so the bleach won't irritate your skin. I do not own any bleach. I don't like using bleach, so I'm going to skip that. I'm just going to wash my sink and scrub it really well. Rinse your sink well, she says. Use some powdered cleaner like Comet or Ajax or baking soda. And scrub the sink. I do have baking soda. I will probably use that with my little Scotch-Brite pad. Be sure to rinse all the cleaner from the sink. Take a sharp edge take a sharp edge such as a knife, a butter knife, and clean around the rim of the sink, just like you would clean dirt from under your fingernails. So I'm going to do that. Clean around the faucet. You may need an old toothbrush or dental floss. Now get out your window cleaner. I use a Windex. Give it a good shine. I don't even know if I have any. I'll have to check. If you still don't like the way it looks, then you can try some car wax. That's a really good tip. Just know in your heart that you have cleaned it very well now, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Our perfectionism is what got us in the situation in the first place, and she's totally right on that. Every time you run water in your sink, take your clean dish towel and dry it out. I lay out a clean one every night as part of my before bed routine, and I've started doing that too. I hang one on my refrigerator. I have one of those magnetic bars, and I hang a clean towel on it every night and wash the old one. Don't have a fit if someone doesn't take much pride in your sink like you do. It's a very easy fix. You have already done the hard part. You will never have to go through this process again. Daily maintenance, see, that's what we're talking about, maintenance. Daily maintenance will keep it looking this way all the time. Nasty, hurtful words are not as easy to repair. Just be sure to tell your family what you are trying to do. They will think you've gone crazy. I don't have to worry about that. I'm single. If you don't have a dishwasher, I don't. Don't worry. A dishwasher is just a dirty dish disposal. Clean out a place under your sink and put a dishpan in there. Oh, that's a good idea. I do have a dishpan. Clean out your dishpan. Teach your family that instead of putting their dirty dishes and glasses in the sink, place them in the dishpan. I don't really have room under my sink, so I'm going to use my little scrubby thing that I told you guys. I'm going to try that. And I think that will work well for me. To ensure that your family remembers this, put a note in the sink. Okay, if you have a stainless steel sink, I recommend all of the above directions with one extra instruction added. After you soak your sink, rinse well and use an SOS pad to scrub it. This will buff the finish. It will look like new. What I'm going to do is, what I do a lot of times is, and I might do it tonight, I take scrubbing bubbles, you know, that I use in the bathroom. A lot of times I'll use that on my sink. It shines it up pretty good. It cleans it really well and makes it smell nice. But I have some Mrs. Meyer's cleaner, and that's what I'm going to use. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to turn off the camera for a moment, and we're going to get to my sink. Okay guys, we're at my sink. As you can see, my sideboard's dirty and messy. My sink is full of dishes. This is what my sink looks like by the end of the day. So I just wanted you guys to see where I'm coming from. I'm sure you guys, you know, probably have a sink that looks similar. Like I said, I don't have a dishwasher, so the dishes pile up in my sink all day long. That's, you know, it's not a problem. This is just the way it looks. I wanted to show you where I'm beginning from. So I'm gonna do my dishes and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've done my dishes. This is the way my sink looks when I'm done dishes. Two things I wanted to tell you guys about. I use, let's see if I can point the camera in that direction. I have a dish drainer and this plastic thing that goes under the dish drainer. It is going to be my nightly routine to not only clean my sink but wash this thing because it gets kind of moldy. Gets kind of schmutzy around in all the lines. And this thing right here, this red thing that you can see, I wanted to show you guys. These are so awesome. I got these at a little small store that we have here in Maine. They're like a puffy pad. They're like a drain pad. I put one underneath here and it does help sopping up the water. You can throw them right in the washer and dryer. They're really awesome to have. Mine too, I just happen to have red ones. One's completely red and one's got this print on the other side, but you can throw one in the washer while you've got one, while you're using one. They're really great. I love them. And the second thing I'm really sad about is that I noticed my coffee pot when I did dishes. I noticed that there's a crack in it. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a crack in my coffee pot. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my coffee pot lasts until Friday, because on Friday I'm going thrift store shopping with my sister. So that'll be my next purchase. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let me see if I can get the camera down right. I'm trying to get this camera thing correct. Okay, so I think you can see that quite well. Okay, so I'm gonna just rinse all the suds out. And I have to tell you that I like to, she says plug the drain and then spray the sink, but you know, I like to get the drain itself, in my sink anyway. gets really kind of coffee stained. It's all coffee stained in there, so I'm going to make sure I spray the sink itself. So I'm going to move all of my items away from the sink, and I'm going to go get my spray, and well, actually the spray's right under here. Now, the cleaner that I'm using is this, what is it, Dr. Bonner's lavender. It's like an all-natural cleaner. I love the smell of it. And I put it in this spray bottle, and that's what I'm going to use for my sink. So I'm just going to spray everything all around, and I'm getting around the edge of the sink. In the back there, it gets kind of right back where the faucet is. It gets a little bit right in here. It gets just kind of not nice. So I'm spraying the drain itself, and I am going to let that sit for just a moment. Alright, you guys, I've let it set. I'm going to run hot water in the sink. And I'm using my Scotch-Brite pad to just scrub. Just want to scrub everything. Trying to get in all the little creases of everywhere that are creases. Just remember what she said, you guys. We're not going to have to do this every day. We're just going to do this big major scrub and then maintain every day. But truthfully, I probably won't. I'll probably do close to this every day. My sink gets a lot of use. Where I don't have a dishwasher, I'm in my sink all the time. So, you know, I really want to make sure that it gets well cleaned. Taking my dishcloth, and I'm just gonna rinse everything really well. Now I'm gonna take the knife that she talked about, a sharp edge, and I'm gonna go all around the edge of my sink, especially behind the faucets. And I don't know about you guys, but I put a kitchen rug underneath my sink. It seems to get wet a lot, so I want that rug to be there to catch all of the drips that come from my sink. You know, this isn't my home. This is I rent, and so I don't want to ruin anybody's floor. I have hardwood floors in here, and I don't want to ruin them, so that's what I do. Now I'm going to take my what I was telling you. See, it gets like that red mold on it. I don't know what the heck that is, but nothing good, I'm sure. And you really do have to scrub it off. So I'm gonna do this nightly. So now I'm just going to wipe everything down. Sorry guys, I'm wiping underneath where the camera is. Okay, nice and shiny, you guys. Look at that faucet. That's shiny too. Can you see it? Isn't that beautiful? And just to show you, so here are my cloths. My dish towel, my dishcloth, my dish rag, and this dish thing. I'm gonna put all that in the laundry. So there is my cleaning of the sink. Okay guys, well there you have it. There's our first day, Flylady cleaning day. We have nice shiny sinks. There's something else I wanted to tell you guys that I have been doing. If you look on her website, you will see that she talks about getting dressed in the morning. Now, remember I told you that she suffered from depression, like super bad. She had to be hospitalized for it. So one of her things is that you get dressed to lace up shoes every day. I did that this morning, but I didn't put it on video. But anyway, I just want to tell you that that is a routine that I'm going to be doing as well. I kind of had started that on my own, but then I read it on her site and I thought, oh, that's perfect. I'm going to do that, you know, for my videos. So tomorrow morning I'll probably do that with you guys. Okay, so get dressed to shoes. This is what she says about it. Flylady believes that you feel and act differently when you are completely dressed with shoes on your feet, even if you're not leaving your house. It makes you feel ready to go. Read Flylady's essay about why you should get dressed to shoes every day. Now, I am not a shoe person in the house. I like to go barefoot in the house. And I will continue to do, actually, it's for, in the summertime, if my feet sweat, I get a raging case of athlete's foot. So I really have to go barefoot in the summertime. I wear sandals outside in the summer. So I'm rarely in shoes in the summertime. So we're just ending. This is going to be I'm going to upload this in September. So now that we're getting into, you know, weather's cooling down, I will do this. I will get some, I will dress to shoes every day. Before I even come out into the kitchen to do my coffee, I'm going to dress to shoes. And I will tell you, you do feel completely differently. You feel, it does make you feel like you're ready to go. I did it, well, I actually did it yesterday too, and I got right up, and you know what I did? I went right out for a walk. I walked for 20 minutes. Now that was a really, you feel like you're just ready to do anything, whereas if I get up and get my nightie on and come out and drink my coffee, I keep putting things off because I'm not dressed, my hair's not done, you know. I just make up all these excuses, but if you get up, you get it done, you get dressed, you get your shoes on, you're ready to go. One thing that I do want to keep my eyes peeled for is my sneakers are not all that comfortable, and I do wear them outside, and I don't really want to wear outside sneakers in the house. So I'm on the lookout for something more comfortable, but in the meantime, I'm going to get my shoes on. And if I do have problems with sweaty feet, well, I'll just deal with it. I just won't do the shoes. But getting dressed even makes you feel like you're ready to go right away. Okay, you guys, I want to just give us a little heads up for day 2 for tomorrow. Let's see what she's got planned for tomorrow for day 2. Let's see. Just getting to the right place here. So today, our first step was to clean a sink. We did that. Tomorrow is going to be baby step 2. So baby step 2, we're going to clean our sink still, but that's at the end of the day. We're going to get dressed to shoes in the morning, and oh yeah, no, that's it. The day 2 thing is getting dressed to lace up shoes. So tomorrow, that's going to be our goal. So tomorrow morning, I will hop on, you guys, and we'll do it together. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed our very first baby step for the Flylady. It makes you feel really good. You feel empowered. So stick with me tomorrow. Join me. We'll get dressed to shoes first thing in the morning. I'll hop on, and then in the evening, we'll do our little sink routine. So I'm really looking forward to it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys out tomorrow.